The sky is falling. Mission to Mars. Tears at the border. You're watching Monkey News Source. It's the Monkey News Source with Gordon and Tamra. And now, your host, Gordon Goodall. Gordon Goodall. Oh! Tamra.
Totally saw you.
Sneak up on me. You saw me do my own voiceover, and then you snuck up on me like that.
Boo.
Happy post-Thanksgiving.
Happy post-Thanksgiving.
To you all.
To you.
And
Gordon.
to you.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm feeling quite thankful.
Yes?
Yes. Saw
Lots
my
to be
family.
thankful for?
We're alive. We're here in the studio shooting for wonderful people.
Here's the question I keep asking all my Thanksgiving conversations.
Yeah, sure.
How was the family drama?
Oh.
On a scale of 1 to 10, lots of drama.
You know
Did the
what?
crazy cousin show up?
We went out to eat, and my steak was not cooked right, so I had to return it twice. So that was the extent of the drama.
Twice. That's pretty dramatic for a Thanksgiving dinner.
And I had steak instead of turkey. So
you get
that's
your prefix.
even more dramatic.
You get your prefix dinner.
Got my prefix on.
Then what happens?
Anyway, so it was not much drama. How about you?
Pretty quiet.
Yeah.
My family's, most of them are still in Africa.
Right.
Being a chimpanzee and all.
Of course.
So, I FaceTimed a few people.
That's nice.
And then for the most part, I just kind of hung out.
That's so
I
nice.
watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
I love that.
It was a cold
They
one.
had some new balloons.
Yes. New balloons.
New balloons. I always look out for the new ones. I
Like,
have kids. They get so excited about
like
that.
Marty.
Marty?
The new balloon Marty.
Marty the new balloon.
Yeah, he's a janitor.
Sure.
Marty the janitor. Did you see that one?
No, I missed it.
That was a good balloon. He's got a butt crack. It's a whole thing. He carries a mop.
Okay. I just, I saw the kids that come in thousands, the cheerleaders, the marching bands. Like, that was my favorite thing.
Yeah,
they
they
get so
gotta be
excited
cold.
and they're so cold and they're wearing nothing.
They got to be cold. They're wearing
Yes.
leggings, but still, even with the leggings.
Leggings. That's what
That
I
was
meant
crazy.
by nothing.
And we had a lot of news go on over the last week because we took a week off.
We did.
So it's great to be back.
Yes.
And we have a really great guest tonight, so we're very excited about that. But I just wanted to say that there was one big piece of news, because we're going to keep it light tonight.
Yes.
But there was one big piece of news that happened over the holiday that's really got my
yeah.
grits in a grind, or whatever the expression is.
Yeah.
It was this thing. It was the environmental report. Came out.
Environmental report came out.
We should just call it the mental report. It's the National Climate Assessment. Comes out every 4 years. But this year, they decided to drop it on Black Friday.
Of course.
On Black Friday.
Well, I think they're trying to make a point that because everybody, there's something going on besides sales, and then they really need to let people know.
No, but there's nothing going on except everybody's distracted.
Right.
So they drop it on Friday. And I was hoping,
okay.
if it's okay with you,
Yeah.
I'd like to have a word with our viewers
Sure.
about that situation.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's got me pretty pissed off in a segment I like to call This Just In. This just in. Humans seem to be more receptive to this information if they have someone, backing me up. So for this segment, I'd like to introduce you to my yes man, Phil, who's going to back me up.
Yeah, boss. Anything you say, boss. Yep.
That's right, Phil. So, Phil, we're going to be talking about this new report that came out. A 1,650-page report is issued on Black Friday.
Cover up much?
Yes, exactly. And I am constantly disappointed in the way you humans are messing this one up, okay? You can land a spaceship on Mars 33 million miles away, but you can't find a way to switch your use of coal to solar or wind power?
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, over 300 authors are warning us that climate change will soon imperil our way of life on this planet and will affect the health and well-being of every single human on Earth. And you can't give up your freaking plastic straws?
That's craziness!
Basically, we're all in deep trouble by 2100.
Word.
The report talks about how the 3-degree increase in temperature will destroy roads, crops, and even increase deaths, costing billions of short-term dollars.
Si, senor.
That's right, in Espanol even.
Yeah,
Some effects are already permanent, like extinction of plants and some animal species. Phil, where are the bees?
I don't know, boss.
Where
I don't
are they?
know. I don't know. You tell me, boss. You're
Seriously?
so smart. You're so smart, boss.
Where are the damn bees?
I don't know, boss. They're all
Look,
gone.
we're talking about Arctic ice cap melting, and that's not good because I'm a monkey and I can't even swim.
No, he can't swim, folks. He can't even swim. Oh, the humanity.
I know, I get it. There's a bunch of crazy stuff going on in the world, and it seems like the sky's falling. Gassing refugees at the border, shootings in malls and churches and nightclubs. Paul Manafort, he's been lying to the special counsel again. But I gotta tell you, If we don't take care of this situation, we will have no Earth to even worry about.
That's right, that's right.
It's time to go, people, right, Phil?
Oh, that is so right, boss. Oh, you're so smart.
That's
you're so
right.
smart, boss. You're so smart.
Thanks for noticing. You know, it's for real this time. The dress rehearsal is over. It's time to light the lights. It's time to play the music. Only this time the music is the sun so hot we won't be able to even go outside. Ever!
Get your sunblock on.
No, Gordon. What am I going to do? How can I help? I'm just a person living my best woke life. I post stuff on Facebook and I make sure I click on the links and the Instagram pictures of my feet when I'm on the beach, picking up the piece of plastic I found on vacation. Well, good for you!
Good for you!
But I don't think it's going to be good enough.
Not good enough.
Free enterprise solutions are the way out, my friends. There are all sorts of amazing opportunities to create the future of energy, sustainability, and commerce that will help us lift us out of this global dilemma. So I think it's time to take action, right, Phil?
Yes, I think it's time to take action.
Please.
Yes, boss. Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Please, I'm begging you home viewers to do something about it, and you might want to even consider joining the fine folks at 350.org, for example.
350?
That's right. They are on the front lines of a growing global movement to rise to the challenges of the climate crisis and build a fossil-free world.
Fossil-free.
The time is now.
Now.
Adapt or fry, people.
Adapt or fry.
Because the sun, it's hot.
Yes, boss, the sun is hot. You're so right. The sun is hot. This just in. The sun is hot.
We are coming for your drinking straws. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Thank you. I'm Gordon. This is Phil. Back to you, Tamra.
Yes.
Thanks, Gordon. It's time for our guest. Keith, run the package.
Called one of New York City's great comic storytellers by Time Out New York, our guest tonight is a staff writer, producer, director for Comedy Central, and the co-creator and co-star of the YouTube series West40's. He's also a writer-performer with several plays and solo shows to his credit, including his one-man off-Broadway smash production of Blanche Survives Katrina in a FEMA trailer named Desire. He has performed improv comedy with the UCB and the People's Improv Theater in New York City and performed for 2 years with the New York company of Point Break Live. Please welcome to Monkey News Source, Mark Sam Rosenthal.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monkey News Source, Mark Sam Rosenthal.
Hi.
It's Mark Sam, everybody. Hi,
Nice to
buddy.
see you.
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm fantastic. How are you?
I am well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Yes, now they're here, right?
They're approaching.
Now we have a month of that.
Yes,
Yep.
a whole month.
Yeah, I know. Did you because do you decorate for the holidays? Is it like a big thing in your home?
Looks like we're getting a tree this year.
Oh,
Is that like a
wow.
first time for you?
It's the first time in a new home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Real tree, fake tree?
No, real tree.
Real tree?
Yeah.
Wow.
Popcorn? Do you do the
Oh, what a
popcorn on
good
the
idea.
string
Popcorn.
thing?
I literally was trying to think of how am I going to decorate. I have nothing. I
Oh,
don't know how
really?
to buy stuff.
That is
so
such a
popcorn
great
is
idea.
So great. It's so like.
And it's
you
like a
know,
team, like, building, like loving,
Yes.
hanging out thing
It's
together.
artisanal, it's
so
bespoke.
nice. Yeah, it
Artisanal.
is.
Yeah.
Bespoke. It's very in to be bespoke with your tree. Tamra, I've been to Tamra's house for Christmas.
Yes.
She has an ornament for every year
I
that
do.
she's like existed.
Every
Got a
year,
lot of
it's
ornaments.
our tradition with the children. We go to a store and pick out an ornament every year, and
Yeah.
it's like it has to do with like what happened through that year. For me, I couldn't eat garlic for a long time, and then all of a sudden I was not allergic to it. And I'm like, I'm gonna buy a garlic ornament. It's
Is
like
it-
it meant something.
Wait, they make a garlic ornament.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
Yeah,
man.
they
There's
do.
That's
crazy
the
stuff.
headline there.
There's crazy stuff. Yeah, they got Star Wars. They got garlic. I got a club sandwich.
You got it, yeah, like a turkey club sandwich.
Porcelain. It's a porcelain glittered
porcelain-
club
Really?
sandwich. Yeah.
That's
So, Mark, not only are we here to talk about tinsel, but we're here to talk about your career
Yes.
and your life in New York City as a comedian and a writer and a producer
Oh,
and
wow.
an actor.
Oh, my
Because
gosh.
this is
Yeah.
yet another in a long line of what I like to call threats. Not triple threats.
Quadruple threat.
Multi-talented.
Very talented.
Goes right past triple, straight to threat category.
Amazing. Yeah.
It's pure threat.
In a good way.
In a good way. A good
In a good
threat.
way.
Delightful. I'll take it. I'm not sure who's feeling threatened. by
So,
this, but-
so we can have the audience get to
Yeah.
know you a little
Yes.
bit, Mark.
Sure.
I guess one of the best questions to kind of start with is, how did you get your start in New York? You know, walk me briefly through your origin story. You're from the South, right?
I am from Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge,
Louisiana.
that's in
Yes.
Louisiana.
That's the capital.
Technically the South, right?
It's
Yes.
very much.
Very
Yes.
much the South.
There's a certain line.
So here we are, little Mark Sam Rosenthal.
Yes.
Southern boy.
Yes.
Comes to the big city.
Yeah. Well,
Was it like typical, like briefcase in hand,
$1,
suitcase off the bus?
No. I had a Ryder van full of everything I owned.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I rolled
That's
into
so
town
cool.
on Groundhog Day.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see
Something
your
to
shadow?
remember.
You saw your shadow?
It was an early spring that year.
Okay.
I actually spent the night before in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, with my Ryder truck, and I saw the groundhog.
Wow.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, and they predicted an early spring, and I was like, oh, my life's gonna be amazing in New York. It's an early spring.
And cut to
cut to like
now.
like 3 years later. It's not that funny.
Oh, sorry.
No,
It
no,
is.
it's
Sorry.
not.
3 times something.
So you get to New York, and the big dream coming to New York was what?
You know what? There wasn't. It was just I loved the park benches. They were so European here. It's a very elegant place.
Even more European than like the Louisiana park benches?
Much more. Yeah.
Because I feel like the Louisiana, is that how you're supposed to say it?
No, it's not.
How's the locals say Louisiana?
Louisiana?
Really? They don't say Louisiana?
I don't know. You're trying too hard with the
Unless
accent.
they have
No.
a speech impediment.
Louisiana.
When you go to New Orleans,
No,
you have a
that's
po'
Nolan.
boy
Don't say
in
that
Louisiana.
either. Oh my God.
Is that not it?
Why don't you just not go, Gordon?
Sorry, I just didn't know.
I feel like you're just gonna upset people.
Sorry, all right. Well, I didn't mean to insult the guests. I was just saying.
I'm just so excited to hear about like your comedy experience.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah,
how
let's
did you,
talk about
How did you
that.
get into comedy? Like you got to New York City and you got into
Well,
comedy.
you know what's funny is that all my friends were doing it. It was peer pressure. Yeah, no, I had a bunch of friends that were like doing stuff, improv, Upright Citizens Brigade, and so I wanted to do it too.
Awesome.
And I started, back when the UCB was on 22nd Street,
Right.
old school days.
That's where I met you there.
Yeah,
that's where
we
old
were doing
school.
improv.
That's
That's
where I
right.
met Mark Sam. You too, Gordon.
And were you on a Herald team back in the day?
I was on a Herald team at Upright Citizens
Yes.
What was
Brigade.
your Herald team called?
It was called Petrol.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you were on Petrol. They were great.
Those were there was awesome.
Was Ari
awesome
Vakitas in that
He
that
was
crew?
not.
No,
I
that's
can't
a different-
remember
he's in a
his
different group.
But no, we had like Brian Finkelstein
Love him.
and Brian Fountain.
Love them.
Yeah, and John Frusciante. Now you're really gonna.
Oh,
Now
wow,
the early
John
onset
Frusciante.
is
Yeah.
showing. Because I'm
Wow, we were
like,
dropping some old names,
I don't
man.
know. Well, it was 3 times something years ago.
Well, Finkelstein's
Yeah.
still at it. He's out in L.A. He's a big
I
shot
just
now.
saw him on the marathon day. He was in
Yeah.
town. He ran the marathon.
Oh, that's
Did you
right.
know I was on a team called Joe Ross Tribe with Chris Gethard and Shannon O'Neill.
Oh, I remember that.
And that was like the best days, like when we used to just hop up on stage and perform,
I
and just like the
know.
crowds in that small little 22nd Street theater.
Ugh.
Now they're big time. They have a whole nother space. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It was an,
That's-
it was
Have you
an
been
excellent,
to the new space?
in the
42nd
42nd
Street?
I actually have not
Oh, you
been.
should.
Oh, it's nice.
Amazing.
Yeah.
big
I'll go.
outside.
Really?
Yeah, not so much in the nice big theater inside, but the outside's like half a block.
marquee.
Oh, the outside.
Yeah.
I thought you meant there was like a patio or something. I was like,
No.
I've just in the winter I dream of California.
So in your journeys to become
yes.
in the work that you were doing,
Yeah.
for a while back when I first met you, you were doing a show called Blanche Survives Katrina in a FEMA trailer named Desire.
Yeah, I did the one-man show off Broadway. I played Blanche Dubois. It's a dream role, but when you're a man, you sort of have to write your own Blanche Dubois.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not going to get cast doing that. So
That's awesome.
Yeah, I love doing that show. I did that at the Fringe Festival, and then I did it off Broadway,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a fun response to Katrina and everything that went wrong
Mm-hmm.
in that debacle.
And that was you wrote the show, right? Was
I
it
wrote
your
the show, yeah,
Awesome.
and I performed it myself. It was a solo show, and then I did. I kept doing a couple of other solo shows, off Broadway things, and then I started working at Comedy Central.
Yeah, and so you're still at Comedy Central, though,
I
right?
still work there. Yeah, I'm a writer producer.
So what is it that you do
You
there?
do.
Well,
Not do.
I-
He doesn't
I just
do
wanted to
do.
say
No,
do-do.
I
You just
do.
wanted to say
I
do-do.
do there. I do.
After lunch, you know.
After lunch or you know, before
Tell me about your
the
favorite
subway.
restroom there.
Well, it's funny. We have.
That's not.
no, okay, we don't have to.
Okay.
No. You're like, well, they're written
Well,
on the
we
wall.
actually have music that plays in the bathroom, and you
Oh,
I find that
fancy.
distracting.
it's really weird, you all, but it's called Pottify.
No way.
What?
No way.
No,
It's
it is
something-
not.
No, it is. And there's a sign on the mirror because each week's Pottify station is
No.
selected by a different person who works there.
What?
And it says like who chose it. And I got a lot of flack the week that I chose.
Why? What'd you pick?
80s, 90s country.
That's what I would
Oh,
pick.
jeepers creepers. Nothing makes you
think
poop your
80s
pants more than 90s country,
Well,
for God's
I am
sake. Was that
from-
Achy Breaky Heart?
Yes, that's
Oh,
Achy Breaky
Jesus.
Heart.
I was there with you until you said country.
Yeah, me too.
I'm sorry. I wish I could.
So was everybody at Comedy Central.
Oh
let me
my
tell you.
God. Did you do it as a
literally
joke
had
or were you
people-
serious?
No, I love that stuff.
Why would he
Do you?
jokingly put
I
country
don't know.
on for
Maybe
the
he was
whole
being
company?
ironic.
That's
like he wanted
comfort
to,
music.
It's Comedy Central. Maybe it was a
don't know.
joke.
No.
Well,
But
now-
it turned out to be, it was a very controversial week in the bathroom.
I bet it was.
It really was. I got accosted
Oh my God.
What? You did not?
by a hostile Canadian.
Sorry
In
to
the
hear that.
bathroom?
Sorry
No,
to hear
outside
that.
of the bathroom.
Wow, so weird because
sorry.
the Canadians are almost very rarely hostile.
That's why
know.
I listed his nationality because it was so unusual.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that episode's
From
over.
Saskatchewan.
Well, you're a strong fella for surviving that one.
Thank
Well,
you.
now
Please,
you
God,
wait.
don't
Now
ever
you
play
know,
that
Gordon,
music
he's
around me.
self-producing his own show now called West40's.
Yes, so tell me all
Yes.
about the
I
West 40s.
cannot wait to hear about this.
Well, West40's is an online show. It's on YouTube. These are shorter episodes. They're like 15-minute episodes, and it's about 5 gay friends in their 40s that live in the West40's in Hell's Kitchen,
That's
which I
such a
did
great-
for many
that's
years.
so great.
And it's a comedy because usually you see like a middle-age midlife crisis story, but we
Right.
wanted to make a midlife comedy.
That's
So,
great.
how autobiographical, I guess, was it
well,
of your time in the West 40s
well, yes.
in your 40s?
There's some autobiography there.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That,
And
yeah,
where do we
that's great.
find the characters these days? Are they? Is it about?
Oh, they're all living in Hell's Kitchen. They're like men about town.
Is Rudy still there?
Rudy's bar.
is still there, but that is not where these guys are hanging out.
Oh, so this is-
Rudy's has a giant statue of a pig outside.
And you get
Right,
free,
they get
hot
free hot
dogs. Free
dogs.
hot dogs.
Yeah, no, these guys are getting their free hot dogs somewhere else.
Hey now,
Hey.
there you go. See, that makes
So
sense. Now I
you're,
get
you know,
it.
you're fundraising for this movie for a long time, right? You were fundraising.
Well,
for this
we did some crowdsourcing for the pilot, and now we're done with that fundraising, and we're finding some private investors. to
Amazing.
Oh, wow.
complete this series.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations. So, how
Thanks.
many episodes will be in the
There's a
completed series?
6-episode season 1.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, they're not all made yet. They are all written though, and we're pretty excited about getting going, shooting the next episodes in January.
Awesome.
Jeff Hiller is in this.
Oh, yeah.
show.
Yeah,
You guys,
Jeff
I love
Hiller.
Jeff.
yeah,
He's the
everybody
best.
loves Jeff.
Yeah,
So,
he's
you know,
awesome.
it's funny. I don't know if you know this, but our audience, a lot of our audience is made up of content creators and people who are self-producing and
Oh.
working on their Patreon accounts or, you know, that kind of stuff. So I guess what kind of advice would you have
What give?
from your process in doing it that our viewers might be interested in knowing about in terms of like the pitfalls of
For
raising the money,
self-producing.
because you have real stars and actors in this
actors,
thing. Like you had to
Oh
pay
yeah,
people.
no, this is a SAG new media project.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, you all.
It's
We formed an
amazing.
LLC.
Awesome.
You know, I would say the number one thing I would say is have a partner.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Right.
this with my writing and producing partner Brian Sloan. I would, you know, our temperaments are yin and yang, which is perfect because, you know, where I get flustered, he's fine, you know, and vice versa.
That's
about
great.
it.
And I'm obviously like your time at Comedy Central and your experience as a producer prepped you for these moments to get it made. Because probably if you
Absolutely.
didn't have any of that, never would have really happened.
Well, and so much of our crew,
Yeah.
you know, came from Comedy Central.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
yeah, like our director of photography is, you know, our in-house DP. He's a great guy and a great friend, and you know, he just wanted to work. A lot of people worked for free on that pilot,
Yeah.
which they got to get paid on
Yeah.
episode 2 through 6. But
Eventually.
And
yeah.
is this the kind of thing now that you make it, you're still going to shop it to like network and stuff?
yes,
That's the
yes.
Because
next
they want to
steps,
see like a
yeah.
proof of concept thing, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
what the
That's
big
what people
shots?
say.
A lot of
Isn't that what
that,
they
you know,
want?
like we tried to sell it just on its own, and I think people were like, "We like this."
Yeah.
You know, it's so weird today. People are like really skittish. I mean, I suppose.
Did you have meetings where they're like, oh, you know, we really like it, but could it be called the West50s?
You know, I wish it was that simple. You know, we had meetings. You all, I don't know. This was.
I don't want to get you in trouble because, you know, about 15 people watch
I
this
won't.
show.
I won't.
So,
I
you
won't.
know.
I won't name people or you know networks or anything like that. But we definitely had at least one place say, "Oh, you know, we're looking for content that's not quite so coastal now.
What the hell does that even mean?
What do you think that means?
Oh, because, oh, geez, that's not cool.
That's not
Yeah,
cool.
no, it's not
Coastal.
cool.
I'm going to start using that.
Yeah,
as like
right?
a bad
Well, I'm
news
coastal.
slang
Even when I
thing.
was down south, I was coastal.
Exactly.
Gulf
Oh, my
Coast.
God.
True.
I'm a coastal person.
What are they looking for? Like middle America, like
I don't know, the
Roseanne?
Connors.
Yeah, no,
I don't
you
know.
know.
But it's funny, now that we've had another election, I think maybe they might be looking for us again.
Things are going to swing
Exactly.
coastal. Things
Yeah.
always swing
We're
coastal.
gonna go back to
Well,
coastal.
I can't tell you. We wish you all the success with the
Yes.
West 40s because I have seen the pilot, and if you
awesome.
guys haven't seen it yet on
Yes.
YouTube, you definitely have to go check it out.
Oh,
We'll get you a
thanks.
lower,
Lower
third so
third,
we can
right there.
plug
Go
that
right
bad
there.
boy.
Yes.
And you know, Tamra and I really, you know, we've known you for a really long time, and we've always supported your career, and I can't tell you how happy it is for us to see you doing so well with it.
Oh, thanks,
And
All your
guys.
you know,
success
thank you
is
so much for coming on the
amazing.
show, Mark
Oh,
Sam.
this is
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
I'm like so tickled. I'm like, I want to.
So you could
Well,
you
can
can give him a high
shake
five.
hands.
There you go.
Oh, this is so coastal all of a sudden.
So it just got real coastal.
Got real
up in
coastal
here.
in here. Mark Sam Rosenthal, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much for watching my nieces. I gotta go on this hot date, so
Yeah.
if you need anything, text me. And just read this book. It's bedtime. Just read the book and they'll go to bed.
They will go to
I
bed.
promise.
You
sure?
They'll be fine, right, guys?
Yes.
Right, guys.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I owe you
so
one.
sleepy.
I owe
Yeah,
you one.
you owe
Okay.
me two. You owe me two.
Okay. Bye.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm Megan.
Yeah, hi, Megan.
Yeah, I'm Jessica.
That's my sister Jessica.
We're sisters.
Yeah.
I see the resemblance.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we read the book, kids?
Yeah.
Just you opening it makes me tired.
Oh, that's like music to my ears.
Yeah, I'm so tired now.
That's so good because I have some Netflix I want to catch up on. Let's read Goodnight Moon.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. In the great green room, there was a telephone and a red balloon and a picture of the cow jumping over the moon.
Pause. Question. Is that like a magic cow?
You know, maybe it's like a cow in a children's book.
Is it like an alien cow? How does the cow fly over the moon?
I don't know.
It's in a book.
Is he high?
Are you
What?
Technically impossible.
to be high? I bet
No,
it's
to
pretty
jump
possible.
over the moon.
No, it's.
Unless the moon's fake.
Well, maybe the moon's fake.
it's-
I heard that.
I'm watching you, Megan.
What?
And there were 3 little bears sitting on chairs.
Were they stunt bears?
Stunt bears?
Did they have to train them to sit in the chairs?
No, they just drew them that way.
Why?
Because that rhymes with chairs.
Bears? Oh, yeah!
Oh, score.
I never thought of that.
That's. What? Oh my god, that rhymes.
It does.
Oh
Revelation.
God.
Continue.
What else rhymes with
And
stairs?
a comb
Hair.
and a... Well, stairs can't sit on chairs. Bears can sit on chairs.
That would be cool, though.
Yeah.
You could draw that. I'll
Yeah.
get you a pen. You could
Megan
draw
could
that.
probably draw that. And a comb and a brush and a bowl full of mush.
Okay, pause. Pause.
Yeah.
2 things.
One.
Number 1, who would store their hairbrush next to their bowl of mush?
Yeah, that's unsanitary food protection skills.
Yeah.
Well, it's just it's people that live in a small town a long time ago. They just were eating mush and brushing.
But that's all they had to eat was mush.
Yes, that's all they had to eat.
Does that sound disgusting to you? What's the nutritional value in mush?
I don't know. What's the nutritional value in dumpster diving, Megan?
Hey, that was my second thing. As a freegan, I love eating trash.
Yeah.
And mush is basically what food turns into after it's been in the trash.
Oh, great.
True.
So this book is old hat to you. Okay.
Yeah, it
Fantastic.
speaks to my heart.
That's great. Why doesn't it speak to your eyelids and make them droopy?
Oh, I don't have any.
Yeah,
Keep
she
reading.
sleeps like this.
My bad. And a quiet old lady who was whispering hush.
You whisper hush. Look at the size of that. It's not even a lazy. That's a giant rabbit. You trying to give me nightmares? Oh, she fell
Oh,
asleep.
Megan's asleep.
Oh, continue. Continue.
down.
Continue.
Okay. All right. Good night, Moon. Oh, so sleepy.
Good night, Moon.
Good night, Moon.
Good night, Moon.
Good night, Moon. Good night.
What?
Oh no.
What?
Megan,
What?
We were
How was
just
I-
getting to
Back
the
to
good
sleep.
part.
Oh my gosh, how long was I out?
Oh.
20 minutes.
Just a page, unfortunately.
I have a question. Pause.
Yes.
I have a question.
You didn't miss anything. I'm going to keep going.
Okay, well, no, I've got a really important question.
What is it?
Why would someone leave a balloon in a room with a toddler?
That's right. They could suffocate and die.
Oh my God, you guys.
What if they have a latex allergy?
Oh my God, this is like a book.
My boyfriend said he has a latex
You have a boyfriend.
allergy.
Why am I babysitting you?
Ew. Ew.
How old are you, Megan?
She's 16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have a driver's license and be like taking care of your sister.
Isn't it bad enough that she's having protected sex with a guy who's got a latex allergy?
Why do you a latex?
I didn't
What
say
does
anything.
that do to his?
What?
He has an allergy.
You shouldn't know about those things, and I'm not sure you should either,
She
Megan.
tells me everything.
Well, Megan, you shouldn't do that. You kids
I'm-
are crazy. Don't you have parents?
I'm an open book. And no, we don't. Obviously, we're living here with our aunt, and now she just gave us some guy to babysit us.
Yeah, right.
so-
I don't even know you.
Oh no, now I feel kind of bad. You don't have parents.
No, we do. They're just in Boca.
Yeah, we're latchkey kids. Your ears are turning red.
Mine?
Yeah, you embarrassed about something? What are you hiding?
No, I'm uncomfortable. Your sister makes me very uncomfortable with this latex.
Where can I
business.
catch your act, by the way?
I'm reading it right now,
Okay.
Jessica.
Okay.
Okay, keep
Continue.
going.
Good night, clocks.
Good night.
And
Good
good
night.
night, socks.
Good night.
Good night, nobody.
That's stupid.
You know
That's
what?
sad.
That is kind of dumb.
That's dumb.
Good night, mush.
Why would you say goodnight to a bowl of mush?
Sometimes I hear our aunt say in the mirror, "Good night, nobody," before she goes to bed.
Yeah, then she cries herself to sleep.
Okay, well, I don't want to know that. You know,
Too
your
late.
aunt is my friend.
Plausible deniability.
You guys are
Crazy.
driving me out of my mind.
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Okay, sleepy. Keep reading.
Fudge.
I just got my second win.
Oh, no. Well, I didn't. I'm tired of you. I'm not sure you're good children.
What?
I
What?
think there's a reason your parents are in Boca.
What?
Hey man, hey, do you want to use my vape? Will that calm you down?
You know what? Vape your sister. I don't care what you guys do. Get her in a
Where are you
dumpster
going?
and feed her trash.
Where are you going?
Where am I going? It's none of your business. I'm going to Boca. Your
Fine,
parents
be
and I-
like all the other men in our family. Walk out.
Oh, yeah, well, I will.
Good,
Get
fine.
used to it, because that's all that's going to happen to you two dumpster diving, lip pierce trash. Oh, my. Your children. Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
He just called a 6-year-old a dumpster diving piece of trash. Do you like? There.
Sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, we are close to the end of yet another episode of Monkey News Source. But before we go, it's time for Plugorama.
Plugorama! 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 Plugorama!
Yeah, that's right, Plugorama. Plugorama Mark Sam Rosenthal.
I'm the co-writer and co-producer and co-star of a new online series on YouTube called West40's. Please check it out. Be the 202,001st person to watch the pilot episode. It's on YouTube and it's hilarious.
You're hilarious, Mark Sam Rosenthal. Plugorama, Phil.
Oh, I'm just plugging whatever you're plugging, boss. Yes.
Gosh darn right, you are. Plugorama, Tamra.
Well, I'd like to plug the wildfire. What is that website again? I'm going to plug that again down here.
It is 350.org.
Right. And I also like to plug Watch the Show. You know, if you just tuned in, we have it on demand. And also we air again on Saturday at 2 and 8 o'clock.
Sounds good. Please go to 350.org and support that cause for the climate. Ladies and gentlemen, from all of us here at Monkey News Source, we'd like to thank once again the White Plains Community Media Facilities. And thanks for watching the show. I'm Gordon Goodall.
And I'm Tamra.
And that's the whole
Whole
rack
rack
of
of
bananas.